let's see what is the square of number which is close to multiples of 100. Let's understand this with some simple example. 503 whole square. And now if you see, this 503 is close to 500 and 500 is a multiple of 100. So here what we have to do is we should consider base as 500. So the base will be 500. Now what is the distance from base to 503? It is plus 3. Right. So part 2 will be plus 3 whole square. So plus 3 whole square is 09. As part 2 should have 2 digits in it, so that's why we took 09. And now what about part 1? Part 1 is 503 plus distance. 503 plus distance, and the distance is plus 3. So 503 plus 3 is 506. So the square of 503, so the square of 503 is 50609. Is it? Now we forgot one simple step. So after that we will get square of 503. What we have to do is we have to multiply this 506 with base, which is 500. After that this part 2 will be 5 into 506, which is 0325500. Right. Now what we have to do is we should add this part 2 to this number. So the answer is 253009. So the square for 503 is 253009. Let us see another example. 312 whole square. Here we have to find 312 whole square. If you see, 312 is nothing but, if you see, 312 is close to 300 and 300 is a multiple of 100. So the base here is 300. Right? And now part 2. Part 2 will be distance square. And what is the distance from base to 312? It is 12. So the square part 2 will be 12 square. 12 square is 144. We should write 44, that is last 2 digits in part 2, and that extra one should be carry forwarded. Now what is part 1? Part 1 is number 312 plus the distance. Distance is 12. So 312 plus 12 is 324. And now we are not yet done. What we have to do is we have to multiply this with this base, which is 300. So 3 into 324 is 12, 972. 972. 972 plus this one, which is carry forwarded from part 2, will be 97344. So the square of 312 is 97344. Let us see some more examples. Here we have to square 292. If you see, 292 is close to 300 and 300 is a multiple of 100. So here we have to consider base as 300, not 100. So base is 300. Now part 1 and part 2. Part 2 will be, what is the distance from base to 292? It is minus 8. So part 2 is nothing but distance, that is minus 8 square. And we know that minus 8 square is 64. Now part 1 will be 292, that is this number plus the distance, and we know that distance is minus 8. So 292 minus 8 is 284. And now we are not yet done. What we have to do is we have to multiply this with base, and base is 300. So 300 into this 284, which will be 85200. Now we have to add this 64 to this. So the answer will be 25264. Let's see this example. If you see 482 is close to 500. So the base is 500 here. Now part 1 and part 2. Part 2 is, what is the distance from base to 482? It is 18, minus 18. So minus 18 square is 324. So 24 will come here and 3 will be carry forwarded. Now what is part 1? 482 plus the distance, and the distance is minus 18. 482 minus 18 is 464. And now what we have to do is, we have to multiply this number or part 1 with base, and base here is 500. So we have to multiply it with 5. 5 into 464 is 2320. And now we have to add this 3 also. So the total square of 482 will be 232324.